Welcome to Autism. This is a video in the first in a series from the Autism Support Network Society in BC. It is designed for parents whose child has been diagnosed with autism. In this video, I will give you tips as one parent to another on what steps you need to do next. First, a little bit about myself. My name is Nancy Walton, and I'm here with my son, who's 22 at the time of this video. My son was diagnosed with autism in the year 2000 and has a moderate intellectual disability. He can talk and read and write, but cannot have a conversation or create novel sentences. I began to facilitate autism parent meetings with educational presentations in the year 2003. Through these meetings, I met hundreds of autism parents and learned from their experiences, what worked and what didn't work for them. I co-founded the Autism Support Network in 2007 so that parents could get support from other parents like me as they helped their children reach their fullest potential. I have worked with parents whose children went to university, got jobs, had girlfriends, as well as parents whose children can be self-injurious or aggressive, parents whose children are more severely affected by autism or a secondary disability and continue to need support throughout their lives. It is with this perspective that I'm speaking to you today. Throughout all of these videos, you will hear stories about my son, and you will hear stories I heard from other parents as I illustrate important points. You can take what you like, and you can leave what you don't like. My son seemed quirky from the moment he was born. We have a video at 5 weeks how he would not make eye contact with my brother. Finally, at 23 months, I mentioned to my doctor that he was not socially interested in anyone, and luckily, she acted right away and set up an appointment with a pediatrician. The first pediatrician thought my son might have autism, so I asked around and was told to go see a pediatrician who had expertise in autism. That pediatrician said my son had autism without a doubt and listed the observations that supported his diagnosis. And as predicted, my son turned out to have classic traits of autism as he got older. I was also lucky that both pediatricians prescribed early behavior intervention and got me in touch with parents who were doing what I do today. I say I was lucky because many doctors brush off such concerns and tell parents to just wait it out. If you think your child might have autism, keep advocating until you get a diagnosis. If your doctor or pediatrician is brushing you off, you can ask parents in your local provincial social network for recommendations. The Autism Support Network hosts a closed parent Facebook group in BC, where parents can get help and guidance from other parents. As this video is created, the ASN is either creating or locating other trusted resources across Canada. You can find the link to these resources on our website. Through social media, parents can tell you like it is. I will refer to these groups throughout my videos because you are more likely to get good information here than anywhere else. Once you have received a diagnosis of autism, go to your province's autism information website through the AID Canada. If you use Google to find government services, be careful that it's not just a private organization. In BC, we have the Autism Information Services, or AIS, where you can read up on the section with regard to your child's age. On these sites, you will learn about the process for accessing autism funding. Autism funding will usually come from the Social Services Ministry, not from health, but that's a whole other topic. What is autism? In short, autism is characterized by difficulties in communication, behavior, or social interactions. This does not mean your child will have a lot of issues in all of these areas. You might have a child who can talk and perhaps even read, but has difficult behaviors and can't handle transitions, has sensitivities to sound or materials, or has difficulty having social interaction with other children. No two persons with autism spectrum are alike. Some children will have gross motor issues and others will not. Some will spin objects as self-stimulation and others will do less obvious self-stimulation. Some might get aggressive or self-injurious, others will be docile. Consequently, it's very important you get a behavior consultant who can design programs that are unique to your child. A great screening tool to help parents and professionals concerned about a child on the autism spectrum is the MChat, found at m-chat.org. I caution parents that this is best done with a doctor or a pediatrician, as parents have difficulty being impartial and tend to have skewed views of what their child does. There's no known cause of autism. Autism is a spectrum disorder. Each individual has excesses and deficits, as well as motivating factors unique to themselves. There's no known cure. However, there is a science-based treatment that can help children learn and can help manage behaviors. That treatment is rooted in the field of applied behavior analysis. People on the autism spectrum often do not learn the same way neurotypical people learn. For example, very young children can see their parents eating with a spoon, and they want to copy what their parents are doing. Children with autism may not be interested in doing what's going on around them. They tend to be in their own little world. It's almost like they are blind to what others are doing around them. My son did not know how to use a spoon until I put a spoon in his hand and gave him a hand-over-hand prompt to use the spoon to eat. I don't think it would ever have occurred to him to do it by observing others. Applied behavior analysis can break down skills into smaller steps and use positive reinforcement to facilitate learning. As well, ABA can be used to reduce or eliminate inappropriate or harmful behaviors or replace them with preferred behaviors. My son developed severe fears. He had extreme sensitivities to sound. He did not talk. He had aggressive behaviors and had behaviors that put him in danger. He was unable to follow the simplest instructions and had no imitation abilities. Through an intensive behavior therapy program, he overcame all these obstacles. He can now enjoy vacations with us. He enjoyed playing clarinet in the grade 12 band. And while he still needs supervision, he's able to work as a dishwasher and earn an income. I feel he has reached his potential and can enjoy life to its fullest. Watch the rest of this video series to learn how to recognize quality behavior intervention, how to be a savvy consumer of autism services, avoid wasting precious time and money, and how to hire a quality behavior consultant.